When I was working on my last video on my favorite Pirates movie, I stumbled across gameplay footage for Pirates of the Caribbean: The Curse of the Black Pearl on the Gameboy Advance. And a wave of nostalgia washed over me because I have vivid memories of playing that game as a child. It very well may have been one of my first gaming experiences. So at risk of being labeled the Pirates of the Caribbean YouTube channel, I thought it'd be a fun idea to just replay this game and talk about it. Wow, that monkey sound is a core memory. So is that bird squawk. Dang, okay, so I'm very familiar with this opening cutscene because back in the day, you couldn't save games. Instead, at the end of each level, you would get a code. You would literally have to write down this code and save it somewhere, so that next time you get on, you can input the code and the game would take you back to that level. Yeah, as a kid, very rarely did I carry a pen and paper on me, and even rarer would I be able to find that piece of paper again. So I was often just starting over from the beginning. Okay, why does Jack look like this? You're evil and cruel, Barbossa. Whoa, Jack, calm down there. Gosh, I remember this music so well. So unnecessarily dramatic. Okay, this is not Jack Sparrow. This is Robert Downey Jr. on Ozempic. And with that, we have our first objective. Find firewood. I'm just a mass of pixels. Alright, let's figure out what's going on here. I can jump. I can pull out my sword, but Jack just immediately puts it away. If I press select, I get to hear that lovely bird screech again, as well as bringing up a pirate wheel on screen. Looks like I can choose between sword and piece of paper. So yeah, not sure what's going on there. Let's save that for later. Oh, so that's why these sounds live rent-free in my head. Ugh, I remember this stupid face at the bottom right corner representing the amount of lives I have left. Looks like a random bald man. It's supposed to be Jack, but for some reason they made his bandana the same color as his skin. Yes, I remember this opening section being annoying, because every time you do something new, the game freezes with tutorial text, sometimes multiple in a row. Hey, I really like the sound of collecting coins. I feel like I really struggled with this opening level as a kid. I think I just couldn't figure out where to go. I'm an elite gamer now, so I beat it quite quickly. Also, I'm 25 years old instead of 5 years old. We get rescued by an old man, and now we're in Port Royal, and the objective is to collect some bags of gold. Even as a young man, I remember this ditty getting old real quick. So there's guards wandering around that attack on sight, so I go around town massacring soldiers. There's a random blind man who asks for a penny, but giving him one is not an option. So I walk away. Luckily, I beat the level right before I lose my last shred of sanity due to A Pirate's Life for Me playing incessantly. Jack bought a ship with all that gold he got, so this is a ship level. Silky smooth controls. Even now, I'm finding it difficult to maneuver and actually hit ships with my cannons. So, young Riley, consider your frustrations now vindicated. If you stray too far into open waters, a random face appears on screen to blow you back in the right direction. I don't know. Is this Cupid? Take out all the ships, level complete. Alright, we are back in the PR, and I need to find some buried treasure. Random town person says I can get a spade from the market. Thank you, citizen. The blind man from before somehow knows my name, and that I'm looking for treasure. What the heck is this, a shakedown, dude? He tells me to go get a spade. Well, yeah, I already know that. I find a spade just sitting out in the open. Now I guess I gotta go look for that treasure. I find a map and a tombstone that shows an X between 3 palm trees. Wow, this is turning into a full-blown RPG. This looks like the spot. So we talked to the blind man from before, who apparently goes by Sightless Sam. Poor pirates, always defined by their disabilities. He tells us about more treasure and a random cave. Okay, at this point, I'm starting to get worried that we might only have Port Royal, ship, and jungle levels in this game. Hey, it's a new enemy. Other pirates. They seem to be tougher than the British soldiers. British soldiers, that's hard to say. Oh yeah, I remember this pot-bellied red-striped guy. My old foe. Okay, what the hell? This cave is littered with enemies. The difficulty spike here is insane. The combat is not precise enough to reliably avoid getting hit. And the movement kinda sucks too. You can fall off the cliff in this section. Oh great, the short, shirtless guys are even harder to kill. I beat this level with the skin of my teeth. Flintlock, pistol unlocked. We're back in Port Royal again. I like the pistol. Another boat section. Alright, we get to go to a new location. We're headed to Crooked Cove. Hey, wait a minute. This is just Port Royal. In this level, just cook some soldiers and get a chest. Easy. This level kind of pissed me off. I could not kill the last ship. He just kept dodging and weaving. I think I don't like this game. This might be the farthest I've ever made it in the game. It's hard to tell. It feels like I'm in an endless loop. Great. Another cave with pirates.
They have guns now?
This jump is impossible. There should be absolutely zero platforming in this game.
There should be absolutely zero platforming in this game.
Okay, now I know that I, nor anyone else in the world, has made it past this part. If I couldn't reload my save with modern technology, I would throw this game in the trash. Please, please, stop. Where's the end of this level? How many enemies must I face? Okay folks, I had to look up a walkthrough. You have to pull this lever and immediately book it to this gate before it closes. A children's game. Also, when I looked up a walkthrough, I found out there are 25 missions. I'm like a fourth of the way through. What the hell? Now I'm on a mission to find Dodo Island to get an herb that will save the governor's life. Why do I care? I'm a pirate. Kill ships, find island, massacre crabs, massacre pirates. You know what? I actually think I'm getting better at the combat. Oh, you're welcome, Governor. The governor tells us about some treasure on Scurvy Beach. What a G. Boat, massacre crabs, massacre pirates, find map. This pirate said, yo ho ho, as he died. A true pirate. Rest in peace. Honestly, I'm getting pretty good at this game. Now it's time to go to Tumboom Island. Boat, massacre crabs. Whoa, a new environment. A temple. Okay, we got some Indiana Jones traps, some jumping. The missions are getting longer. It's been like 20 minutes of this. Okay, wow. I can't believe I figured this one out. You can climb along the ridge in the wall. It's like Uncharted. Our first skeleton sighting. In broad daylight. Hey, that's not lore accurate. Technically, I shouldn't even be able to kill them. Wow, I finally beat it. Thank you, thank you. So in the last level, I found one of the cursed Aztec coins. So I should be invincible now, right? I don't know why I'm trying to pretend like this game follows the movie at all. In this level, I'm immediately thrown into an intense boat battle. Okay, that was actually kind of fun. I repeat, why are we taking orders from the governor? He wants me to go take out some pirates. Whoa, this is creepy. Scary music and it's dark out. Holy crap, these skeletons have super speed. Find all the skeletons and kill. Here we get some Sightless Sam lore. Apparently Barbossa and Sam have beef. Barbossa was the one who put out his eyes. Dang, Governor's giving us a new ship. I take back everything I said. Whatever you need, Gov, I'm your guy. We're now headed to
Hispaniola
to steal their Aztec treasure. Blow up their port, end of level. We are finally getting some new music now. This tune's pretty sweet. Here we have a new enemy, the Spaniards. Just over here casually starting a war. Happy to report that they're as easy as the British guys.
Hispaniola.
Seems like a pretty happening city. Thanks, Jack, but we actually don't need the commentary. Maybe I should have waited until siesta time. Okay, Jack, please, for your own sake, stop. Okay, you guys know the drill. Massacre the locals, explore the ruins, find the treasure. Spanish mad, send fleet, kill fleet. Finally, we get to see Barbosa again. Now he knows we're alive and sends ships to kill us. 2 boat missions in a row? Man, I could not find the last boat, and I almost gave up. He was on the very edge of the map. The governor wants us to make peace with Spain so that the 2 nations can team up and take down Barbosa. He wants us to set up a meeting with the Spanish ambassador. What? Oh, sure. Sure, yeah, sure. Whatever. It seems we have a completely new mission structure here. I'm shocked. Protect the governor as he makes his way to the ambassador. Governor looks suspiciously like every other townsperson I've seen so far. Let me just get this straight. We're massacring Spanish soldiers on our way to meet the Spanish ambassador and negotiate peace. Okay, just want to make sure I got that right. Carry on. We have made peace with Spain, Jack. Have you even asked the king about this? I don't know, headed to some frickin' island now. Kill pirates. Wow, I just now figured out there's a second attack button. How was I supposed to know the jump button has a different function when the sword is out? There's also a parry button. I can't believe it. All these years. It's gonna take me a while to recover from this. Well guys, that's it. I started working on this video like last year. At this point, if I don't end it now, it's never gonna get finished. I promise, I did beat Barbosa. I beat the game, but I just don't feel like putting that together in the video. So anyways, thanks for watching.